what's up, demons and demonettes? Tis I, Atraxia Demon Queen, and today I want to talk to you about a lone gaze and ways of intrigue. But before we get into it, as always, a toss, a like and subscribe down below. And if you want to see what I do before battle to get ready to check out my pre-boss battle guide, but we're gonna cover a lone gaze here. I'm not really gonna cover his abilities. There's no change. Just the key thing to remember is that the boss can kind of, we'll say, cascade, right? So he kills one hero, he ups his attack, he can easily kill other heroes, so the more heroes he kills, the stronger he gets, so he can easily wipe your party. So you're going to want multiple runs for RNG purposes. That's something just to keep in mind for the strategy, kind of like Alpha Bear. You want to run multiple times towards zero reset to try and get your highest levels and your best parse to get the highest ranking. But let's go into the comp, and I'm actually going to cover two different builds, and I'm going to tell you why in a second, right? So as you can see, my best build here was with Sinbad, and it did the most damage. However, we have an issue of Sinbad's not going to be out at release. It looks like Nara is going to be the first hero, so Sinbad may not be available for this boss. There is all likelihood a chance that Sinbad may not even be available on this boss in Preendless. I'm going to cover it regardless, just in case, but I'm going to give you a backup with Friesto. That's pretty comparable. Alright, so let's take a look here at the Sinbad build, right? So you can see the Pesto build, right? We're going to run Frontliner. It's really good on this fight. The life drain is big thing. It gives a nice buff to damage. And it has a little bit of a shield for when you go over to the battlefield. Not that that really matters because Kruger already has a shield, right? We're using Kruger because we're relying on Lenya, again, who is the star of the show here. Because anytime we run Lenya, we pretty much want to run Kruger because she does physical damage. And he has that big physical damage debuff that he puts on the enemy. So he's kind of key. They're kind of like a tag team. We want to run Mikola because of how great of a buffer she is, and then Coco for her buffs, debuffs, etc. The only thing is we're gonna swap out Sinbad and Friesto, and the reason here I'll show you. So we want to stick our meta levels on Lenya, and then Sinbad if we're running him, just because he debuffs the boss as well, and he does a good chunk of damage. So the formation is gonna be similar for both squads. So we're going to have Sinbad over here, and then just everybody in the back so they can move up, and then Kruger to move up first. What's going to happen, as you'll see in my video, is that Coco is going to eat it, and then it's going to kind of cascade, so it's just kind of like lasting as long as you can. I don't like Rainer on this fight just because he dies too quick, and that's when I tried out Sinbad, and it did a lot better. I did run Rainer, it just wasn't as well. And then if we go here and we look at the Friesto build, right, one of the things is I ran out of attempts, so I would actually probably swap Mikola and Lenya here to give Lenya the extra energy boost. But other than that, we're gonna run the same. Coco lasts a little bit longer, so it doesn't really cascade as quick here. But even with the cascading, the other squad does more damage. So again, we would want to run it for multiple attempts. So you've probably seen it, but we'll run it again here, just to see it in action, because this is probably the version we'll be running at the start of the season. Right, so everybody's on the opposite side for frontline, and then they're all kind of in Mikola's buff range here. So you can see eventually Coco's gonna eat it. So then his attack goes up, then Kruger eats it, then Lenya eats it, then everybody eats it, right? So we don't really get to the end of the fight. That's probably not going to happen. until we get to Endless. Or, obviously, until we can complete the fight. But that's it for this one, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!